So I started college.
This video was formed from a live ostrich.
I'm just gonna cut to the chase. Is it really a Tiffany Rock video if I didn't take notes? So yeah, I'm gonna talk about things that I like about college and things that I don't like about college. So first of all, in high school, it's not the same for every school, obviously, but we had A, B, C, and D days. When the weekend came or like we had a long break, I didn't know what class I was supposed to go to first thing on Monday. Kinda sucked. Now it's just like, oh, what classes do I have on Monday? I have the same classes every Monday, every Tuesday, every Wednesday, and every Thursday, and that's not gonna change. That's very good for like my schedule-oriented brain, so it's like I don't get all scrambled up in here. So this might change next semester, I don't know, but I have a good amount of time in between classes to like recharge after my first class, have a snack, maybe record a video. Some things I've done in between classes already: filmed, edited, and posted a cover, did a vocal lesson. Like, I have time to do that kind of stuff. I don't know, just walking to classes in general makes me feel cool. It's like I'm in college.
You know, my favorite thing about the movie is like it feels like a movie.
Again, this might change next semester, but I don't have classes on Fridays, so damn you, Sharia Moore. What was I saying? I don't even remember what note I was on. I don't have classes on Fridays. I'm recording this on a Friday. Every weekend for me is a 3-day weekend. It's great. There's no like strict scheduling. Like, there's not a bell to leave. They don't have to keep us until whatever time is. Yesterday, I was let out of class an hour early because my teacher was gonna set up something with us, but it wasn't like set up in the technical department. So there was nothing else to do, so we just left. You can't do that in high school. You have to sit there and do nothing until class is over. Shoot, that just gave me something that's not great, so I need to write that down. No one cares. And you're probably thinking like that's not good, but I will elaborate. Nobody asks what you're doing. So like, if I was at school and I was just like sitting outside of the building, a teacher might come up to me and be like,
"Hey, what's going on here? Are you waiting for somebody or are you just sitting here?"
I think that's happened to me one time actually, but that doesn't happen at college. I just can sit, get on my phone, listen to music, and I'm just vibing while I wait for my brother or my mom or my dad to pick me up. The student center is so nice. It's so cool. So on Mondays I have freshman seminar, and half hour to an hour later I have video editing. My parents don't want to pick me up from freshman seminar, drive me home, and then drive me right back to school. So I would wait in the student center. You can hear that I'm recording. Why are you talking to the dog? Good talk. I've only done this once so far because I've only had school on one Monday so far, but I would wait in the student center for it to be like an appropriate time to show up to my next class because I don't want to be too early. I like brought a snack and a drink and I was just able to vibe. There's Wi-Fi in there, it's air conditioned, it was great. Speaking of Wi-Fi, I don't have to jump through hoops to get into the Wi-Fi. At school, I had to like either download a VPN or I had to use Twitter on my Chromebook. Somebody like did something with my computer in like freshman year and I downloaded the Twitter app on it, and that only worked for a couple years. Senior year, I don't think it worked. At college, I can just get on the Wi-Fi and get on Twitter. Like, for the first couple of days I was using the guest Wi-Fi because I didn't know if the actual Wi-Fi was just for staff. We were talking about it in my freshman seminar class and I'm like, oh wait, we can use that Wi-Fi. I was using the guest Wi-Fi the whole time. And it's like there's nothing blocked, like within reason. I'm not gonna go on any inappropriate websites at school, but like I can get on Twitter, I can get on Instagram, I can get on TikTok, and that's mostly what I use throughout my day. So when it comes to using technology in class, we use our personal devices. I wouldn't use my phone, I use my iPad. So there's really no way for teachers to use GoGuardian. If you guys don't know what GoGuardian is, it's like they can basically see what we're doing on our screens. And if we were like on a website that's not what we're supposed to be doing, they could like close out of it for us. So they can't do that in college. So if they're not like walking around the class to see what we're doing, they're basically giving us the benefit of the doubt. There are no Chromebooks in college. There's no desktops. We use Apple products and I am an Apple stan. Like, I used to think, oh, I'm never gonna get a Mac computer. I'm good with my Windows computer. Now that I have a Mac, not going to get a Windows computer ever again. So I have an Apple everything. What we're using in school is the same UI and everything. it's great. It's satisfying. Now we're on to things that
How have I been recording for 6 minutes already?
Now we are on to the things that I don't really like about college so far. Classes are in multiple buildings, so it was kind of harder to find them when I was like first trying to find my class. I kind of know the general area of where they are now, but sometimes I still forget the number, but I have that written down on my iPad. So it's like, it's not that big of a deal, but it was just still a little confusing to me when I was first starting. They're a little bit more strict on attendance. I think in high school it was like if you missed like 18 days of senior year that you couldn't graduate. In some of my classes, if you like miss one day, that like docks a whole letter grade off of your grade or something like that. And if you miss 5 classes, you fail the class. And it's like, what if I want to go to a concert? But also a bigger problem in this situation, I guess I can bring it up now. This is what I was mentioning earlier in the video that I wrote down. I don't have my license. So if it's like snowing and my mom's like, no, I'm anxious, I don't want to drive in the snow, I have no way of getting to school, and it's partially my fault because I don't have my license, but partially not my fault. Why am I to blame? Why am I getting docked points when my mom doesn't want to drive me to school? I think one of my classes has Zoom capability, so I could probably reason with my teacher if I'm doing good in the class, being like, my parents won't really drive me, can I get on Zoom just for this one class? My teacher's nice, she would probably let me do that, but that's one class. I have 3 classes for most of my days. I have 2 classes on Wednesdays, but Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday I have 3 classes. That's not gonna fly. Brightspace sucks. We're transitioning from Blackboard to Brightspace, so it's like it's kind of a problem for everyone. And it's like, why can't we just use Google Classroom? I wrote down that classes are hard to find, but that, again, that's like a first couple days kind of thing. Like, now that I know the general vicinity of where most of my classes are, it's not that big of a deal. I think the biggest disadvantage of going to community college is you see a lot of people that went to your high school. I have a couple classes with people who went to my high school. I have a class with somebody who burnt my hand with hot glue in middle school. Don't act like I forgot about that. I think that was my last note. Yeah, that was my last note. I don't know. I think college is going pretty okay for me right now. I'm a little overwhelmed already, but I gotta work on that. That's me being stupid in my brain. Like, there's not that much going on. If you liked this video, like it, comment down below. I'm trying to think of something to comment. How is school going for you so far? Unless you don't go to school, then you can't comment that. Hit subscribe, share with your friends, all the crazy, wacky, weird, amazing, fun stuff. Thank you so much for watching, and I never know how to end these things.